So today I sit before you with a bare face here. I just got out of the shower and I'm going to be running some errands. So I figured that, hey, why not attempt one of these, get ready with me videos. When I posted, I think it was just on my stories, on Instagram about this Ilia palette. A lot of you were asking questions about it. It's the Prima one. And it seemed like there was quite a bit of interest, so I decided that I would just go ahead and do a get ready with me. I don't want to call it a tutorial because I am not a makeup expert at all. So just putting it out there. Just going to give this a whirl. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. I'm just going to try it. It's very weird being here in front of, I've got a mirror here. I don't really know how people even do these. I look a little scary here, I feel like, but yeah, just out of the shower. I've done my skincare, but I thought I would just show you guys what I used real quick here. I did just about 3 layers of the Laurel Winter Nectar Facial Elixir, and then I did a layer of a product I am just trying out. Ava from Earthwise sent me the Ambrosia del Cerrado. And I'm using this as a toner and I really love it. So I used a layer of this and this is just wonderful. And then I put a layer of the hyaluronic acid serum from Activist Skincare. And this is a really wonderful line where you fill out an online questionnaire, let them know what kind of skin you've got. And let's see, this one was made just for me and it has niacinamide, licorice root extract, and acai extract. So trying out these 2 new products from Earthwise and Activist, and so far I really like them both a lot. And then I finished with the Josh Rosebrook Nutrient Day Cream with the SPF of 30. This is also a new product for me and I'm really enjoying this a lot because the sun looks like it's probably going to be coming out today, so I'm trying to be, yep, here it comes. So I'm trying to be a lot better with my sunscreen. So my skincare is taken care of, and I was thinking about using this face glow from Graydon. I've had this for a while. I haven't ever mentioned it, but I do use it underneath my foundation if I'm going to be using this, but I think I'm going to actually just skip this and just move right into foundation. And I'm going to be using the Kjaer Weis foundation, and I am just sheer. And so the reason also why I wanted to use the Josh Rosebrook moisturizer is because this does not have sunscreen in it. All right, so what I do is I use a foundation brush. This is the Giorgio Armani one. And I believe that I haven't seen what it looks like in person, but when I looked online at recent photographs, it looks a little bit different, maybe different bristles, but anyway, they are synthetic. So if you look up the Giorgio Armani, I think they call it the blender brush, actually, it is vegan because it's synthetic. So I typically don't use concealer on a daily basis, but I do have some dark circles going on today because I did not sleep that great. So what I'll do is just use whatever foundation I'm using, whether it's powder or a cream. I just kind of go over the spots or areas, I should say, that I feel like need a little extra help, which is typically under my eyes and around my nose just to start with. So anyway, what I was saying is I will go in with whatever I'm using that day and kind of concentrate under my eyes and see if that does the job. And then kind of around my mouth and chin, usually needs some extra love. And I got a facial yesterday, which was really amazing. The woman who I've been going to for years and years now in Portland, her name is Melanie, and she is at Miramare, and she does a wonderful job. She does an amazing facial massage and head and scalp massage, and it was just super relaxing. But I did have a little bit, you can see right here, like a little bit of, it's like a little milia, so she had to go in. So I've got a little bit of a spot there. So I did actually bring my concealer to use for that spot. But anyway, this is how I'll typically apply this foundation. And I did bring the Jane Iredale. I'm in my kitchen, dining room, living room area. We just have like one big room on our first floor. So I brought all this stuff down here. And I did bring the Jane Iredale Pure Press Base to show you guys how I use it. I think before I do that, I have the Well People. I have medium. I'm wondering if I should have gotten the light, but this does work well for my face. And let's see, did I bring down that little tiny brush? Anyway, I had a little spot concealing brush, but I'll just use my fingers to dab that on that little spot and just kind of tap it in, I guess, since I forgot that other brush. Blend that in a little bit. And I'm not going to worry too much about, well, I was going to say I'm not going to worry about my dark circles, but maybe I'll just put the extra under my eyes. Okay, so I'm going to call that good for the foundation. So just use the foundation brush with the Kjaer Weis, and then I just did a little tiny spot concealing with the Well People concealer right at that little spot that I have just kind of left over from my facial. And then I just used a tiny little bit of the concealer under my eyes. And as I was saying, I just don't worry too much about concealing under my eyes. It's just not a super high priority for me unless I have just like terrible, terrible dark circles. Oh yeah, and then I was just gonna show you, because I did bring it down, what I use for the Jane Iredale, so you can see I use it a lot. And then I just take this brush and then I swirl it in the pan, do my spritz on the brush, and I'll just do it a little bit, and then I just kind of pat it on like that. And then if this is all I'm using, I'll really go into the orbits of my eyes and just really dig in there. Also swirl around on my neck, which I'll do right now, because actually I didn't do that at all with my foundation. Okay, so then that's good for that. And then I usually just do my eyebrows right away, because I kind of have thick eyebrows, and actually after my, or right before my facial, she also does eyebrows, so she just cleaned them up a little bit. But I really go for the natural look. So I don't really do too much except for a brush. I've got this one spot you can see right here, right there, where I had to have a little cyst removed when I was a teenager, so I have that little bald spot. So I just fill it. So I'm using the Jane Iredale Dark Brunette. This is their new one with the spoolie and the retractable pencil. And I'll just go in and just fill it in lightly. Just a little bit right there. And that's all I do. So that's it for my brows. And so then I'm going to take the palette. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this color right here. This is the Moonstone. And I'm going to take a flat brush. This is a Hakuhodo brush. I got this in a swap through Makeup Alley a long time ago, back when you could do swaps through them. And I don't even know what number this is. I can't even read anything on here. So I'm just putting this on my lid like that. Okay. And then I go in with the fluffy brush and I take the lightest color, and that is Jasper. Let's see, this is the Wayne Goss 19. Yeah. Okay. So let's see if I can do this so that you guys can see. And then I just, so basically I just do that as a wash. Okay. And then I like to go in, so I take a pencil brush. This is the Morphe G27. And then, let's see, oh yeah, I used the kind of the pinky color, Mocha. And I just went on the, just like along the lash line. And I just kind of patted that on. And then on the other side, just patted that on. I don't know how people chat and talk about other stuff. Okay, so that's what I did there. And then also just swept it along the lower lash line. It's like a detailing brush, and this is from Ilia. They don't make it anymore, but this is what it looks like. I wish they made it. I wish they still made this, but they discontinued it. I have no idea why. This is absolutely my favorite brush for using eyeshadows as eyeliners. So I'm not gonna be able to talk while I do this. But yeah, I just go in and use this as eyeliner. Okay, this should be interesting on camera. Curling your eyelashes. I use the Surratt eyelash curler. And I love it. It works great. I've used other eyelash curlers. This one is just definitely the best that I've ever used. And I got that recommendation several years ago from the beauty professor. So that was a great recommendation. Okay, so going in with the Honest Beauty mascara, I just spoke about this in an empties video, so this is a brand new one. I'm gonna go ahead and use the primer. So that's with the primer. And then I'll usually just do a couple coats with the mascara. All right, so zooming out, that is both eyes with the mascara on. So now we're going to go in with a little blush here. So this is the Ilia Tenderly multi-stick. I think that's what they call it. I think they call it their multi-stick. And this is just a beautiful light pink color. I absolutely love it. So I just like applying this directly to my cheeks. And then just pat that in. Then I usually just stay right kind of like in this area. I usually don't blend it up too high. My cheeks have a tendency to turn pink. So I just like to keep it pretty local and controlled. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I feel like the lighting in here is kind of washing things out a little bit. But it's just a really pretty flush of pink. I think it's pretty neutral. It's not too cool, but it leans a little bit on the cooler side. Like just for me running around doing errands, this is plenty of blush for me. And my comfort zone on camera, I don't really know if it's showing up that well. It's really hard for me to tell with the sun coming in. So anyway, but like just me looking in the mirror, it's fine. I don't need any more blush than this. And for highlighter, my favorite highlighter is the Tata Harper highlight, and very illuminating. This is a beautiful, just very subtle highlight. There's so many highlighters out there, even in the green beauty world. I don't need to mention them all. This one is my favorite. I just usually pat that right in here and blend that in just right at the tops of my cheekbones. I don't need to do anything more than that. And you know, I've wanted to chat about so many things while I was doing this, and I don't know how people do it. Talk and do their makeup at the same time. Well, how do you like that? Me getting hair in my mouth. Can't even do the makeup part. But yeah, I just wanted to mention how, wow, now the sun's really coming in. In my Instagram stories and some of my posts, I posted about a little on the brow bone, how my family, like my husband is Jewish and my brother-in-law is from India, and so this last weekend we just had such a nice like interfaith celebrations with a Seder, and we did a Holi celebration, which is a Hindu celebration, springtime celebration, and it was just really cool celebrating just different religious holidays. And I don't know, it wasn't much I wanted to say about it except for just chatting about it. And if you saw my stories and my posts, that's just, you know, a little bit about me and my family life. And now I'm going in with Kosas in rose water. This is a really pretty everyday, you know, your lips but better lipstick. I don't know, there's other stuff I wanted to talk about, but I'm running out of time here. So this is really pretty. Such a smooth moisturizing formula. So there you go. I managed to do my makeup on camera. Woohoo! That was kind of exciting. A little, you know, disjointed. I'm sure the eye makeup part is going to just be really interesting when I go back and watch it. It might be not the prettiest thing I'm ever going to look at, but I will give it a shot. And God, I've got to move this mirror. I cannot stand to have that right there. It's very distracting. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do my best at editing the eye shadow piece so that it's a little bit easier to watch than what I think it's going to look like. So yeah, that was my first get ready with me apparently, and I will be very curious to hear your thoughts on how that went. You know, again, the whole impetus for me doing this was to show you guys the Ilia palette in Prima. I really, really like it. I think it's beautiful. If you guys want to look at a little bit closer now at the finished product, without me being so uncoordinated and trying to show you guys while I was actually doing it. I tend to really like these kind of pinky tones. This was just, it was kind of a no-brainer for me when I saw it. And I know it's gotten kind of mixed reviews, but this palette is perfect for me. I love the tones. They are totally up my alley. Kind of the pink, earthy tones are just perfect, especially for this time of year and summer, even into fall. If you guys have been curious about this palette, I really enjoy it, and I give it my recommendations. So hopefully the next time, if I do one of these again, I'll be able to actually do a little bit of chatting while I'm getting ready and not needing to focus so much on actually what I'm doing. But hopefully this was enjoyable for you guys to watch, and if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.